Welcome to my grass shack in Hawaii. This is week 1 of Ask Alison, and I'm going to answer how to accomplish your dreams. Everyone has a different dream. A lot of the questions I got were, Alison, it seems like you have this dream life. How do I live that life? Well, first of all, the grass is always greener in somebody else's life. And there's what I call Facebook syndrome. You see a beautiful image on Facebook or on Instagram, but nobody actually knows what went into us getting that image. I would say when you want to accomplish your dream, there's 3 easy steps. First, manifestation. A manifestation, as many of you may think, what the heck does that mean? That sounds like some hippie word. It's actually pretty simple. It's basically just like the law of attraction. If you're a nice person and you're awesome, people want to work with you. And I think that the universe functions in quite the same way. You will attract what you put out. Every day, try to do some sort of meditation that focuses on that goal. I'm not saying you gotta go sit in a corner and go, go surfing, go for a run, bake cookies. When you're in that happy place, you seem to kind of get in this flow. And the more you can get in that happy place every day, the more you're going to be able to manifest. Secondly, hard work. Every day you need to work towards your goals. So here's what I'm gonna have you do. Take a piece of paper. On one side, I want you to write what your dream is, or dreams. And then on the other side, I want you to write any little step you can think of, anything that would help you get there. So if you want to be a baker, you gotta go buy some flour. Anything you can possibly think of. Make those 2 lists. And then every single day, you need to try to accomplish one little thing on that list, or even every week or every month, but forward moving action just to get to that dream that you have on the left side of the page. Thirdly, networking. Okay, so when I talk about networking, there goes the flower. I mean this in the sense of being nice to people and meeting them and talking with them and seeing what we all have to offer each other in this world. Now, I grew up in a very unique fashion where, I was in the Amazon jungle or in some high Andean little village, and growing up tribal, so to say, we often worked on a barter system where it was like, I'll come help you build your hut if you give me a dozen potatoes. And that's kind of how I've come to think of life, and I try to kind of keep money out of the equation. And I'm definitely not saying money is bad. It's essential to life, and sometimes people can be like, oh, life's not about money, it's just gonna make you unhappy. No, it's important to have enough to sustain yourself, but it's important not to be driven by money or for money. And that's truly what I believe, that if you do things because you love it, it's gonna happen. And that's how Alison's Adventures has been pretty much 100% volunteer process. It's not because I don't want to pay people, it's because when people do something out of the love and kindness of their heart, it just works because they really love doing it. And then in turn, they get something back that they really want and need. So figure out what you have to offer the world, and then see what you need in return. And if you're walking down the street and you meet someone, or you're standing in a coffee shop, start talking to them, because you just never know. If you want to, work in a bank, you might be in line and meet someone who works in a bank, and suddenly you guys are talking bank talk, and before you know it, you're networking away. Or in my case, if I want to travel to some country, for example, when I did Naked and Afraid in the Maldives and I got to meet with the villagers, the first thing I started talking about is, oh my gosh, look at this plastic pollution problem. And they're like, I know, it's horrible. What do you think we could do about it, Alison? And I'm like, I would love to come back and help you guys. And over the next year, we just kept communicating and we worked it out, and it was a huge volunteer group. And I hope that we can change the world with that. And so it can be on the tiniest level of talking to somebody in line at the supermarket, or really going to some big event and trying to network. And if you're not a social person, that's okay. You know why? Because there's the internet now. You can sit behind your computer or on your phone. You can email people, you can go on Facebook, and it's not about like, hey, help me, this is what I need. It's about what kind of barter system can we work out? Or, maybe you do want to hire them, or you want to form a business. That's okay too. But how can we do this so we can all accomplish our dreams and help each other in the process. It's pretty fun, and it's pretty inspiring to see, people come together and be able to offer what they do best and make something happen as a unit. And then I get people that come and say, but I don't really know what my dream is. I'm stuck in this office and I'm working 9 to 5 and I can't figure out what I want to do. And so that's when some serious soul searching comes into place. And that's when I recommend try to take any sort of adventure you can. It doesn't have to be, going to Bermuda for 10 weeks. It could literally be going on a camping trip, or going to visit somebody in a different town, or walking around the block, or going out in the park and kind of getting in nature and starting to feel like what you feel and not what anybody else in the office or anything around you. And even going back into that childhood place where, maybe you loved putting on costumes and singing in front of the mirror and you dreamed of being an actress. And then over the years, people made fun of you, or you thought, oh, that's just a childish thing, and you lost that dream. So try to tune back into that inner kid and see, what do I really want to do with my life? And then, once you figure that out, then you follow my 3-step process: manifestation, work your booty off, and network to really get yourself to where you want to be. This is an important disclaimer. Manifestation can take up to 6 months to happen, so you have to be patient. Things do not happen overnight, and I find myself at fault for this a lot, being like, I want it to happen right now, I want it to happen right now, I made a list, I'm following it, I'm doing my goals, I'm calling everyone I can, I'm talking to everyone I can, I'm doing everything I can do to make something happen, and it's not happening. Why? Well, 2 reasons. Number 1, patience. Patience is something we have to learn. It doesn't just come, it's not born with us. Or number 2, it might not be meant to be. So if you feel like you're going down a path of trying to accomplish your goals and you just keep banging your head against a coconut tree, well, then you might not be on the right path, and you might need to kind of reevaluate what you're doing and start over. Well, that is Accomplishing Your Dreams 101. Can't wait to share with you my next secret this week or next week on Ask Alison. Hopefully my coconut Wi-Fi works to upload this one. Aloha, over and out from Grass Shack, Hawaii.